morning, students. Welcome to today's lesson on methods of teaching biology. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the brainstorming method. Now, this lesson is session 5 of unit 3. So, after completing this session, you will be able to, 1, explain the concept brainstorming. 2, describe how brainstorming is used effectively as a teaching method. 3. Outline the purpose of using brainstorming as a teaching method. 4. Explain the steps to be followed in brainstorming. 5. List 5 advantages of the use of brainstorming as a teaching method. 6. Describe the role expected of the biology teacher in using brainstorming for teaching. 7. Outline the disadvantages of brainstorming as a teaching method. Now, when we say brainstorming as an orthodox method of teaching appears not to be executed well as a method of teaching. However, its importance cannot be overemphasized. So this session, you will know the concept of brainstorming and then application of teaching biology using brainstorming. So when we say brainstorming, what is brainstorming? Brainstorming is a large or a small class activity that encourages students to focus on a topic and then contribute freely flow of ideas. So here they are trying to say that brainstorming most of the times when you are teaching, you ensure that students pay attention to what you are teaching, and then you pose questions, and then students become very focused on the questions you've posed. So assuming you are teaching malaria, you pose a question to the student like, assuming you have a stagnant water at your house, and then there has been some mosquitoes in the house, and then you ask your student, what do you think, or where do you think the mosquitoes come from, or why is it that mosquitoes are in the house? So this problem will brainstorm the students to come out with ideas on the outbreak of malaria and then the possible ways of treating the malaria. So in brainstorming, contributions are accepted without criticism and usually summarized on a board by the teacher as the ideas are brought up. So when you throw the questions to the students begin to jaw and then bring out ideas. So the ideas are then examined in an open class discussion as the irrelevant ideas are eliminated. So while students bring their ideas, you the teacher, you jot down the relevant ideas and then you do away with the irrelevant ideas. Now, they are saying that purpose of brainstorming. 1, focus students' attention on a particular topic. Yeah, when you brainstorm students become focused on what you are teaching. They pay attention to that. 2, generate a quantity of ideas. Yes, brainstorming students develop ideas. their cognitive structures develop, and then they think critically to the questions you've asked, and then they contribute to that. So you, the teacher, whilst you are teaching, you have to brainstorm your students for them to focus on what you are doing, and then you also help them to develop their mental structures where they are able to contribute to the question you asked or the class. 2. Acceptance and respect for individual differences. During brainstorming, everybody's contribution is welcome. You respect your colleague's response or contribution. You welcome, you don't look down upon your colleague when he contributes or she contributes to the discussion. 3. Encourage learners to take risks in sharing their ideas and opinion. Yes. So when you brainstorm, you have to, you are doing that to encourage the students to take risks by sharing their ideas on the topic under discussion. 5. We are saying that demonstrate to students that their knowledge and their language abilities are valued and accepted. So like I said, everybody's idea or contribution is welcome. Someone's idea might serve as an hypothesis for the other to build on it, to contribute. Now, brainstorming procedures. How to brainstorm. Brainstorming procedures. Now, when beginning a new topic, you might begin by saying, tell me everything you know about, for instance, say light, or say photosynthesis. Or you can also say, what are the 3 important things you consider about reproduction in flowering plants? That is, you are starting, or the way to bring up a brainstorm, or the way to brainstorm your students. So you start by posing these ones. Now, let all students produce their ideas before discussion session. You let the students produce their ideas before discussion session. 2. You may decide to put the students' comments into categories, or ask the students to suggest categories and comment on the accuracy and relative importance of the varying fact. So while students contribute, you put them into categories. Okay, this group of students are saying this, these people are also saying that. So you categorize their comments. Now, we are saying that once the ideas are presented and categorized, you can then prioritize them. Yes, you delete some or you eliminate depending on what your objectives are. So you don't pick everything. Once they present, you have to categorize the ideas and then you prioritize them. So to really promote innovative thinking, start your brainstorming session by asking for the funny and most ridiculous ideas. So when you do this, this will add fun and excitement to the exercise. That is fine. Now, define the problem or ideas to be brainstormed, and then make sure everyone is clear on the topic being explored. Yes, before you brainstorm students, you have to ensure that students really get what you want them to contribute. You shouldn't pose a question which is above students' understanding. Okay, so you have to set up the rules for the brainstorming. You have to set up rules. This may include, if they are in groups, let the leader of each group have control. Exactly. Or everyone or group to control. Or everyone or group to control. Okay. And also suspending evaluation of ideas until all ideas are gathered. And then we are saying that the validity of all contributions. The validity of all contributions. That one is very important. And also we are saying recording each answer on the board unless it is a repeat. So whilst you are teaching, students will contribute, so you record their answers on the board. You don't ignore someone's contribution. And then we are saying that setting a time limit and stopping when the time is up. You have to set a time limit and then when to start and then when to stop. Okay. So in evaluating the response, look out for the following. When you want to evaluate the response of the students. Now, answers that are repeated or similar, you have to look out for that one. Answers that are repeated or similar, you have to look out for that. Similar concepts or ideas to be grouped together. So those are similar, you group them. Okay, responses that do not fit should be eliminated. So when a student responds, you the teacher, you are the leader in the class. So when a student contributes and you see that this one does not fit, you eliminate from the answer. So teachers' role in brainstorming. Students must encourage to listen carefully and polite to what their classmates contribute. And also let students make contributions, speak, but clearly for others to hear. So let students making contributions speak, but clearly for others to hear. And also students must be encouraged to think differently and give different responses from earlier ones. Okay. And also establish a warm and then supportive environment. You have to welcome every student. The environment should be friendly for students to engage. Now we're also saying that emphasize quantity rather than quality of ideas, and that the students should think outside the box. That is very important. Now, advantages of brainstorming. One, it allows learners to express themselves and engage in the content to be taught for the day. Yes, when you brainstorm, students can express themselves. They can think freely and then speak out and then tell their mind to you. Two, we are saying that it gives the teacher an idea of what students already know and their benefits. That is very important. And we're also saying that it also shows the teacher where knowledge gaps exist in understanding of the content to be taught. So when you brainstorm students, you get to know, you the teacher, you get to know that, okay, students know this, they don't know that. Or students lack knowledge in this area. So you have to build on this. Okay, we are also saying that the free thinking atmosphere encourages creativity. Yes, in brainstorming classrooms, everybody can think and then come out with idea or his or own understanding. And we also say that students see other point of view and possibly change their perspective on the problem. Yes, so when their colleagues contribute, they listen and then listen to the side of their colleagues and then change their way of attempting the question. And we're also saying that problems are defined better as questions arise. Now, disadvantages of brainstorming. Some students may be reluctant to speak out in the group setting. Yes, some of the students, they are introverts. They feel shy in talking. Two, we are saying that the importance of the teacher is often underestimated. Yes, so in brainstorming classroom, that is what happens. And sometimes the ideas produced are unworkable. Yeah, it's true. So students, when they feel okay, I have to say this. This is what I know. Sometimes you can't even work it out. What the students are telling you. And we're also saying that not all facilitators can maintain the discussion alive. Yes, some of the teachers, if care is not taken, the discussion might get out of their hand and then students will control the class. And we're also saying that opponents may refuse to consider each other's ideas. Yes, one group is saying that, one group is saying this. So there could be some chaos or misunderstanding during the lesson. So you, the teacher, you have to know when and how to give room for one group and then the other. And you're also saying that participants may perceive this approach as a waste of time. Yeah, it's true. So we've learned a lot in this session. So in reviewing what we've learned, I asked you these questions. One, describe how you use brainstorming as a method for teaching biology. Two, what will be the expected role of a teacher in using brainstorming as a teaching method? 3. Explain the steps one will go through when using the brainstorming method to teach biology. 4. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using brainstorming for teaching? So in order to find responses or get appropriate answers to these questions, I expect that you students will discuss the question on any available e-learning platform and then come up with a concrete answer in order to build your understanding on the topic brainstorming as a teaching method.